So the API Explorer is a great way to understand the concept of conversational intelligence. And it's also a great way to understand all the APIs that the Symbl platform has available to break down conversation. So in this demonstration, we're going to take a look at topics. And just like you'd guess, when you analyze a conversation about topics, you're going to get the results of the different topics or themes that were discussed in a conversation. So the first thing we need to do is we need to authenticate with the platform. And that's done using an API ID and an API secret. And you can see here that you're going to run a request to log into the system. And when you are authenticated with the system, you'll get an access token. The next thing we want to do is we want to process the conversation. This API Explorer gives you a couple different conversations you can select to analyze. We're going to select audio data using a customer support call. And for those that are interested in what that call actually sounds like, if you look at the request curl command here, the URL contains an MP3 file of the phone conversation. So if we run the request to process this particular conversation for all the topics that were discussed, we can just click that there. And once the conversation is posted to the platform, you can see that you have a conversation ID and a job ID as a result. This allows the platform to actually process the data asynchronously, so we're not hanging on a given API call. The next thing we need to do is check the job status. We're going to do another curl command, which with the job ID, that's going to tell us whether they need more time to process the conversation or if the resulting data is going to be available. And it looks like based on the response of the API call, the processing of the conversation has been completed. So we click next. Finally, we want to generate the intelligence. Basically, we want to find out all the topics that were discussed in that support call conversation. We do that using the conversation ID, and we use the simple curl command to run the request. The output response will contain all of the topics that were discussed in that conversation. For example, service provider was a topic, and also service technician was a topic. So this is a great way to understand how the API set works on the platform, and it's also a great way to understand conversational intelligence. For a newcomer myself, I thought this API Explorer was hugely valuable, and I would definitely recommend for others who are just new to the space to take a look at the API Explorer.